steer clear of milk glass. Don't buy the milk glass. Leave the milk glass where you found it. Okay, so you're probably wondering, why is there milk glass on your table? Jocelyn, you tell us not to buy milk glass.
My family calls it my superpower. It's my ability to see value in things that other people might overlook. Sometimes I go picking with my boyfriend, sometimes it's my best friend Sue, and sometimes it's my kids. But at the end of the day, it's all about having fun and hopefully just maybe making a profit.
Okay, well, hopefully you enjoyed my shopping video over on my Relic Recoverers channel, and if you haven't seen my shopping video, I've put a link to it down in the description. This is my haul video. This is where I talk a little bit about everything that we bought in my shopping video. I talk about what we paid for it, and I talk about what I think I can get for it. So we're going to start in the front today. One of the things I purchased was this darling little napkin holder, and it looks like just a wooden cutout that somebody painted, and it has a bird and some flowers. I would consider it folk art, possibly. Similar folk art napkin holders sell for between $15 and $20 on eBay. So I'm thinking I'm going to throw it up for that in my Etsy shop, and we paid $2 for it. So that's a pretty good return. This right here is just a divided dish. It's marked USA. They usually are. And it's probably, I want to say 60s or 70s, and it has little strawberries. We paid $4 for this, and I'm thinking I could get between 20 to 25 for it. There are no chips on it, which is important because a lot of the times the edges will be chipped. But I loved that it was a strawberry because I don't really come across those too often. I knew this was going to be an issue here. We're going to move. We'll go right here. Okay. Now, artwork. You guys know what I say about artwork. I always say don't buy it unless you're okay getting stuck with it, because artwork is just it's so hard unless you know what you're doing. And if you know what you're doing, that's awesome. But if you don't, you want to be looking for pieces that if you find out it's not really worth what you thought it was, it's okay to hang on your wall. So this is one of those pieces that I liked, and if it doesn't sell, I'm perfectly okay with it going on my wall. It is a darling cat. I don't know if you can see it. Now, this piece here, it's not a painting. I'm a little perplexed by it. It's kind of like a plastic board almost, but the design is kind of incised. I don't know what it would be considered. I don't, like I said, I'm not really all that up on the artwork, but I do like it. I love the kitty cat. So it's signed by Kathy Ward. That's what the signature says. I can't find any other pieces by her. Now it does say to Jennifer from Aunt Debbie and Uncle Bryce. So apparently she didn't want it anymore and she decided to bring it to this. Hopefully none of them are watching this video because that would be bad. But, oh, we paid $1 for it. So I'm going to throw it up on my Etsy shop. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to be asking for it, but I do like it. So it's one of those things where I'm okay being stuck with it, as with most of the stuff I buy. So moving right along, let's talk about the milk glass. You guys know that I'm always like, steer clear of milk glass. Don't buy the milk glass. Leave the milk glass where you found it. Okay, so you're probably wondering, why is there milk glass on your table? Jocelyn, you tell us not to buy milk glass. Okay, so here's the thing about milk glasses. For the most part, the value of milk glass has declined drastically. There is not a whole lot of value in milk glass. And it's very hard for me to explain to you which pieces have value and which pieces don't. I can tell you that the bud vases that you're finding at the thrift stores and stuff, they're only worth a couple bucks a piece. The ones with the, they're only worth a couple bucks a piece. So if you want to know what milk glass pieces are worth money, my suggestion to you is to go on eBay, type in milk glass. You're gonna look at sold listings, you're gonna filter by sold, and then you're gonna go highest to lowest. And you're gonna start at the very top and you're gonna see, this is the highest sold milk glass item on eBay, okay? and you're just gonna scroll through. And you're gonna remember, these are the items of milk glass that I'm looking for. And by the time you get to the bottom, you're gonna be like, oh, there's those bud vases Jocelyn's always talking about. Okay, now this piece right here is not a very common piece, and that's why I grabbed it. It's not common like the bud vases that you see all the time. Now, don't get me wrong, the bud vases can be good if you can get them in bulk, because designers use them at weddings and, you know, parties and stuff, because they are good for decoration and they do look cute on a table. But it's just, you have to think, okay, is it worth the profit? And then you have to think, is it worth the hassle of packing it? Because glass takes shipping materials, it takes bubble wrap. So you have to think through your head, okay, so my profit is going to be X. Is it worth my time to package and, you know, it's just, you have to think through these things. So in this case, I made the decision that it was worth it, because this is a Westmoreland. I know that I'm going to lose this picture. We talked about this in my last video. Open lace, you can see it around the edge. I believe it's a forget-me-nots. I forget the name of the flower, but it's not common. It's a tiered plate. Okay, it's not very common. So I saw it on the shelf. I had to grab it for $4. It's worth 30 to 35 bucks. So it's just, you know, I say steer clear of milk glass because I don't want you guys buying a bunch of milk glass and getting, I'm trying to save you from paying to learn, I guess. But the best thing you could possibly do for yourself is to, like I said, go on eBay and look at the stuff that's selling that is in milk glass. Oh my gosh, the Demogorgon. Oh, you need to be careful. But you need to go online. And that's just, that goes for anything. For anything, I'm gonna move the goose before he loses it too. That goes for anything. I mean, if you wanna know what ceramic lamps are selling, go on eBay, put in the search box, ceramic lamps, filter by sold, highest to lowest, and look at the sold listings. I mean, that will tell you exactly what the market is doing right now. And that's what I do. That's how I know how much this stuff is worth, because I go through these things all the time and I remember them. And I'm like, oh, I saw that on eBay, it sells for this. I saw that on eBay, it sells for this. So that's important for learning your values on stuff, okay? But moving forward, that's enough about that. We'll do that in another video. We're not gonna waste this whole video talking about that. But that is why there's milk glass on the table. Don't get mad at me for contradicting myself. I do that on occasion. But for $4 and $30 profit, I just had to do it. I couldn't pass it up. No matter how many times I say, don't buy the milk glass. Leave it. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's talk about these right here. Now these are actually crystal. And you guys ask me, well, how can you tell it's crystal? Okay, well, I picked it up for one. You pick it up and it's like, oh my God, that's so heavy. Two, after I picked it up and I'm like, you know what, that's kind of heavy. I wonder if that's crystal. I started looking more closely and sure enough, there is a clear sticker. It's clear against clear. So it, you know, without my glasses, I really have to do one of these. But it says, see, I can't even read it now. Royal Limited Crystal. So these are crystal candlesticks. Now, why are they not the same size? I don't know. But they were together on the shelf and there was no other ones in sight. A pair of the big ones sells for $50 and a pair of the little ones sells for $50. That's sold prices on eBay, current market. I have two mismatched big and little ones. So I'm probably gonna try to sell them between 25 and 30 because, I don't know, they don't match. But they're still crystal and the clarity is like actually quite amazing. There's no chips or cracks and they're heavy as all get out. So I like them. So moving on. Andrew picked up this cute little trinket dish for $1. Oh, what did I pay for these? Sorry. I'm really bad at this. I paid $4 for this one and $3 for this one. So Andrew picked up this little trinket dish. It's a shell dish. We paid $1 for it. I would probably list this between $10 to $15. No, that's too much. You know what? I would probably ask $10. You know what? I just noticed a chip in it. So I probably wouldn't sell it at all, as a matter of fact. Darn it, why does this always happen to me? There's a chip. Forget the shell dish, we're moving on. Okay, let's talk about these. When I saw these, my first thought was Namaji pottery, and that is a Native American pottery where they do this swirl type of paint. And that's what these look like. But every time I've seen it, it's like their pottery is done on a wheel. That's my impression of it. I'm not an expert on their pottery, but the examples I have seen are usually done on a wheel. And these are not done on a wheel. So I'm a little perplexed by them. But I got 3 of them. And as you can see, if you're familiar with Namaji pottery, I'm probably not even saying it right. I've only ever seen it in writing. That's what it looks like. But like I said, it's normally done on a wheel and it's a uniform shape and it's not an urn style like these. Now I would think these would be toothpick holders or like miniature bud vases. If you know differently, please feel free to leave your comments down below and fill me in, because there are some things I don't know. And in this case, I'm confused by these. The inside is glazed. It's a white glaze. There's crazing on the inside. So it's confusing. I don't know. Those confuse me. But we paid $1 a piece for them. The confusing things. Okay. Oh gosh, let's talk about this. Okay. A couple years ago, these Fisher Price houses would sell for $40 to $50. They were selling really well. And I used to buy them and I used to sell them. And I saw one today and I thought, those sell for good money, let's grab it. You know what? The market goes like this. And right now the market on these houses is like somewhere down here. So I paid $5 for it. I think it would sell for like 20 to 25. And that's only because on the inside it has like some of the people and some of the furniture. Without the people and the furniture, it sells between 10 and 15. So that market is kind of done one of those, unfortunately. So this is why I stress the importance of staying up to date on what things are worth, because you end up with stuff like this. But you know what? I have kids, so it's not the end of the world if it doesn't sell. Again, I'm okay with stuff that doesn't sell. Now this little goose, made in occupied Japan. So that would mean it's from 1947 to 1952, because that is when we occupied Japan. So this is just a little goose, and I did notice that he's got a little boo-boo on his tail, but I don't think it really takes away from him all that much because he is cute. And if I was to list him in my Etsy store, I would list him for my standard figurine price of $12.95. I don't know why. I list everything else as even numbers, but figurines, it's just like that is the magic number for figurines. Don't ask me why. You're probably wondering why this is still on the table. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit more about this because thanks to my lovely viewers, I was able to figure out the maker. And I was so happy I was, because, oh my God, I'm obsessed with her work. She's on Instagram and you just look up Kissinglassart. I will put a link down below. This is not a paid endorsement. I'm absolutely obsessed. She makes these amazing votives, and you put the candle and they just glow. And I still don't have a tea light, so I can't show you. But you can see it on her Instagram. She's like shows examples of it. She's in Canada though. I don't know what the shipping would be. I know a lot of my viewers are in Canada, so you lucked out on this one because you could buy her stuff and not have to pay a buttload of shipping. And I'm like, I love the foxes. I'm looking at her stuff at her foxes and I'm like, oh my God, I want a fox. But go check out her stuff. It's really impressive. Quite impressive actually. So that's why I left this out, because I wanted to talk about it because I was so excited about that. And no, I don't think I'm going to be selling that. If you want to buy some of her stuff, go check out, I'll put a link to her Etsy shop down in the description. So go check out her Etsy, and she has her stuff listed up there. If you want to buy some of her stuff, you can find it on her Etsy shop, because that's mine. I bought the Demogorgon. You know, I was having buyer's remorse, but in reverse, because I left it there, and I thought I was thinking about it all weekend, and I'm like, you know, I'm gonna get back there. It's not gonna be there. I'm gonna like regret that decision for the rest of my life because I didn't buy the Demogorgon, and I had to have it. And you know what? It was still there today, and I got it, and I paid $4 for it. So I probably paid too much, but you know what? I would have never been able to forgive myself if I didn't buy that. So now I can sleep at night. Okay, moving right along. Let's talk about this. Now this is so cool. Now I saw these, and now Drew and I do this an awful lot. One of us, well, I'll see something, and then I'll turn around and I'll see him looking at the same thing, and then it's like, okay, we're both seeing something here. Let's buy it. Now I saw this, and then he saw this, but he did something that I did not do, and that is pop open the back. Now you're all excited. You're like, what's on the back, Jocelyn? Tell us what's on the back. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what's on the back. Okay. Ah, breaking it. I'm just gonna be like, you broke it. Why did you break it? Okay, so you can see here, hopefully, focus on the picture. You can see the monkeys, right? Okay, now look on the back. What? Focus, please, camera, focus. Is it focusing? Did it focus at all? Could you see the back? The back says postcards, which is kind of like postcard. Okay, so they're postcards. That's what they are. They are German postcards, only they're postcards, which is the German way of saying it. They're very, very cool. They're like monkeys getting drunk. Who doesn't like monkeys getting drunk, right? Okay, so I don't know what we're doing with these. This was Andrew's find. I'm sure we're probably gonna end up selling them. I have no idea what they're worth. I'm not into postcards, German postcards at that, but I thought they were really cool. Very, very cool. Monkeys getting drunk, German postcards. What more could you ask for? So, oh, we have so much fun shopping at thrift stores, don't we? Okay. I think that's really, all right, let's talk a little bit about more stuff that Andrew got. Andrew got this floral frog. Now these were for making floral arrangements, as I'm sure most of you know. The reason Andrew buys these when he finds them is because when he gets marbles, he puts the marbles in the holes, and it makes like a beautiful marble display. So Andrew also got this, I don't have my glasses on, Liberty Bell. It says to Grandma from Mike. Grandma didn't want it, Mike, I'm sorry. She brought it to the thrift store. Paid 97 cents for it. But Andrew's gonna love it. It's gonna go in his office. It's just a Liberty Bell. Now I got these Laura Ashley shades. Like, why? They're not vintage, Jocelyn. Why would you get those shades? I love the floral. Now, I'm thinking I can find the perfect lamps for these shades. And I will. You just wait. I'm gonna do it. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, those are the perfectest lamps for those shades, and you're gonna be blown away. So I think that's pretty much oh wait, no, there's one more thing. Now I do have a lighting, so you're gonna see the light probably because this is big. And now, fun fact, today while we were out at the thrift stores, we actually ran into two individuals who watched my videos, which was awesome. Scott and Waleed. So that was just like, oh my gosh, how cool is that? Well, we ran into Scott at the Goodwill, and he is an artist, and he goes in there looking for artwork. And he had seen this piece. I don't know if you can see. It's like yeah, you're seeing my light. It is a seascape watercolor. There is no signature on it. That's why he left it, because there was no signature on it. And he showed it to me, and he's like, might be something you're interested in. It's probably worth some good money. It is a watercolor, but there's no signature on it, so I'm going to leave it here. Well, sure, I'll take it. I love the colors. The colors are awesome. So why not, right? So that's what we ended up with today. I didn't want to put that up on the table because I really didn't want the glare. Oh, and I almost forgot. Andrew also got this. We both looked at this as well. It says Greek decorated plateware. It's just a little frame for his office. We're slowly decorating, and that involves artwork. So this is everything I got. It was a pretty good day. As I said, the shopping video you'll find over on my Relic Recoverers channel. There's a link to that down in the description. Make sure you go check it out, and you can see us find all these lovely treasures. But we had fun. And also make sure you go check out this lovely lady's Etsy shop because, like I said, very impressive. So I will catch you guys next time. Later. Oh, wait. I almost forgot. Hold on. There is a train coming. I bought a lamp. It wouldn't be a video without a lamp. Now, is it old? Probably not. I think it's probably 1980s, but even though I think it's probably 1980s, it has the style and the lines of something that is mid-century modern, and that, my friends, is why I bought it. And yes, I am in my pajamas. I didn't expect to stand up and let you all see that I was in my pajamas. I was just gonna pretend like I was actually dressed in real clothes. But yeah, I bought a lamp. It was $8. There's a train coming, so we're gonna stop filming now. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you've spotted something that you just can't live without, don't worry. I've put a link to our Etsy store down in the description.